Charlie Rockman. Charlie is one of the underdogs of Lost, especially in season 1. He is a comedic relief character and he also suffers with H addiction. Charlie literally was that person that on the plane through the crash was trying to get another hit of his good in the bathroom of the plane. Imagine being in the bathroom trying to get your hit on and all of a sudden the plane starts to crash in that little tiny bathroom. I would have lost my mind. I really loved his relationship with Claire and how he really kind of wanted to devote himself to a woman. I mean, he wanted Shannon at first, but Shannon was like, you're not good enough for me. So then he ends up falling in love with Claire, and Claire just really ends up falling in love back with him, even though he's not perfect. And you know, the whole clash with his addiction really does come to a head in this season, regarding him liking her and her being pregnant with a baby, and him with his conflict again with addiction. By far, The Moth is my favorite episode of season 1, where it's about his drug addiction and he's the only one that notices that he's coming down off of something, where he still has a little bit left, but he decides to take it from him to be like, okay, so after 3 days, I'll give this back to you if you still say yes. You have 3 tries. You can ask for it 3 times until I actually give it back. And so he's just like, well, why don't you just burn it so I don't even need it and I just have to come down? And he's like, but you need to choose, because there's a good metaphor in this episode where there's a moth cocoon. And he was like, I have this knife and I could cut the moth cocoon and let it out free, but it's going to be weak because it didn't do the strength of releasing itself from the cocoon. So it's just not going to really survive on its own because I helped it. So you need to make the choice if you're going to say yes to having the shrugs or if you're truly going to try to go sober. I just love how it symbolizes him being this new coming in butterfly, and that it is really hard to let go of these drug addictions, and that he loves Claire so much and he loves all these new things that are coming into his life that he's like, none of that is worth it in the end. Again, I love him as this comedic relief character with Hurley. They're just a dynamic duo and I love them so much. They always make me laugh. They always bring the energy up when it gets really, really dark in Lost, which it doesn't take long for it to get dark in that show. So I really do love their comedic relief and how they struggle to catch fish, and it's haha silly. We love a goofy moment. We love 2 goofy guys. Also, let's not forget the trauma that he had in season 1 when he was trying to save this girl from drowning, and he jumped in and tried to save her, almost died himself, and he could not save her and had to come back to shore. And he just had so much regret, so much guilt. He didn't want to do anything anymore. He got severely depressed, and people were just like, hey, you need to start helping around here again. We all are going through stuff. We all lost people. We've all seen things we shouldn't have seen, and we're all still trying to work and make this whole thing work. So you need to get up and help. And he had a lovely character pray with him and really give him some kind of closure to having survivor's guilt. Going back to the Moth episode where he's in his background era, and you get to really see that he's a part of a band, and his older brother is the person that really got him into shrugs, and that he really wasn't this person that started out actively doing shrugs and being what he is today, but his brother was the main component to convince him to do it. Then his brother ends up getting better while he ends up getting left into the gutter. While his brother finally gets the white picket fence, gets the wife, gets the kids, leaves the band, and he's sober. And he's just now left the mess that his brother caused. And at some point, eventually, it's up to you to get better. But it's just really sad to see that his brother was his demise and isn't really that sorry about it and kind of avoids him afterwards. He's like, I got better and I have my life in order and I did this to you, but you got to leave me alone now because I'm doing better now. And it was just really sad to see that the brother just tossed him aside after clearly being the reason he ended up like this. All in all, I do think that Claire is the person who really brought him into this motivation of wanting to become a better version of himself. And I really love that she brings that out in him. All in all, Charlie is such a good character. Season 1, he has so many ins and outs. He has so much conflict within himself. And it's really cool to see that he kind of beat those odds in season 1 because love conquered all. and the understanding of it's my choice at the end of the day. No one can make me stop doing anything that I'm going to do. I have to be the person to support me. No one's going to ever really be able to help me at the end of the day like I can help myself. So let me know in the comments what you feel about Charlie in season 1. Do you think I'm on point with what I said, or do you think I'm full of it? Let me know.